The power of grace. There is a word that has the power to calm storms without making a sound. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't force itself into the spotlight. Yet when it appears, it changes everything. That word is grace. Grace is not weakness. Grace is not surrender. Grace is strength, under control. Grace is when you could humiliate someone, but you don't. Grace is when you could remind someone of their failure, but you let them keep their dignity. Grace is when you understand that every person you meet is carrying something you cannot see. Everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. The man who seems distant may be grieving. The woman who seems harsh may be afraid. The person who seems angry may be wounded. And in those moments you have a choice. You can react, or you can show grace. Reaction is instinct. Grace is discipline. Reaction satisfies the ego. Grace strengthens the soul. Grace says, I see your humanity even when you forget it yourself. And here is the truth most people never realize. Grace is not something you give because someone deserves it. Grace is something you give because of who you are, because one day you will need it too. There will be a moment when you fall short, when you say the wrong thing, when you make a mistake you wish you could take back. And in that moment, grace from another person will feel like oxygen. Grace preserves relationships. Grace builds trust. Grace reveals character. Anyone can be kind when things are easy, but grace appears when things are hard. Grace appears when you are insulted but remain calm. Grace appears when you are misunderstood but choose patience. Grace appears when you have power but choose restraint. Grace is not thinking less of yourself. Grace is thinking beyond yourself. It is the quiet decision to leave people better than you found them. In a world that rewards outrage, grace is rare. In a world that encourages retaliation, grace is powerful. In a world that moves fast, grace makes people stop and remember who you are, because people may forget your words, they may forget your achievements, but they will never forget how you made them feel when they needed grace the most. So be strong enough to show it, be wise enough to give it, and be humble enough to receive it, because grace does not just change others, it changes you.